Welcome.
Can you hear me okay on your
Yes,
side?
you're good. All right, we are live. Good morning, everybody, and welcome again to another episode of It Takes a Village, brought to you by the Guam Homeless Coalition. This informational webinar series aims to highlight the different members who are part of the Guam Homeless Coalition, all the great work that they do for our island community. Today, I'd like to welcome back WestCare Pacific Islands for their second session with us. Back in October, we had them on to share about their Path to Freedom program. But today they will be focusing on another one of their programs called the Supportive Services for Veteran Families Program, or SSVF. The SSVF program helps veteran families obtain stable housing, whether they are currently homeless or on the verge of becoming homeless. So before, excuse me, before I hand it over to Mr. Adam Paulino to do the presentation, if you have any questions or comments, please type them into the Q&A section of the webinar, or if you are watching live on our YouTube, just put it in the comment section there, and we'll address all of that after the presentation. So once again, Adam, thank you and welcome. You can go ahead and start when you're ready.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to say Hafide Toda Hamzu, Guahu si Adam Polino. I thank you for allowing me to be here today to share our presentation of SSVF. Again, my name is Adam Polino. I represent WestCare as their outreach worker under the Program of Supported Services for Veterans and Families. All right. We are committed to uplift the human spirit to any veteran or anyone that walk in our doors to SSVF. That is our WestCare Pacific Islands model, uplifting the human spirit. Sorry. A little bit about WestCare. WestCare is a nonprofit organization that opened its doors in 2009, serving the communities and serving the populations in need. WestCare is a nonprofit organization spanning across 16 states, 3 U.S. territories, and the Republic of Palau. We provide a spectrum of health and human services. So WPI, Western Pacific Islands at a glance, we offer treatment and supportive services as well as prevention services. But for today's topic, the, on this on the floor will be SSVF. So again, SSVF stands for Support Services for Veterans and Families. Our email is Pacific Islands SSVF at westcare.com. Our telephone number is 671-472-0218. Our program manager is Christina Cruz. So let's dive into SSVF. So SSVF, we help veteran families obtain and retain stable housing, whether they are currently displaced or on the verge of becoming homeless. So in SSVF, we provide a range of supported services to eligible veteran families to promote housing stability. As of December 11, 2023, WPI SSVF have served approximately about 575 veterans and their families experiencing a housing crisis here in Guam. The requirements to enter SSVF in our program, you must have served in the active military, naval or air service, regardless of length and service, and who is discharged or released from service. Veteran must be head of household or spouse of head of household. Veteran must have a various discharge status allowable except for dishonorable and bad conduct by general court martial. The veteran also must meet the gross annual household income, the AMI, which will be later discussed in the next following slides, less than 50% of Guam's area median income, AMI, based on household size. or they're experiencing a housing crisis, currently experiencing homelessness, or at imminent risk of becoming homeless within 30 days or less. And the last but not least is if they have no other resources or social support. So on this next slide is the FY 2023 income limits documentation system. SSVF specifically works with low-income veterans. Our veterans have to be below 50% of the area median income. The area median income is the veteran's annual income before taxes. The area median income is updated every year by the HUD organization. For example, the 50% AMI for a single veteran is 28,300 for a single veteran. For the extremely low income is 17,000. So in SSVF, we have one of our is outreach, how we identify low income veteran families in need through our outreach. We develop relationships with the veteran, with other mainstream organizations, agencies, and service providers. We also participate in community events and awareness campaigns. We actively engage with local coalitions. We as well conduct ongoing street outreaches and our marketing efforts between social media, Facebook, Instagram, and such forth. As an outreach worker, we also conduct pre-screening to determine eligibility for our program. We provide overview of the SSVF program, mission, and services. We establish rapport with our veterans. We conduct needs assessment and enroll into the coordinated entry system, which is CES. We as well collect required documents, as well as initiate referrals to alternative resources if needed. So within SSVF, we provide a range of services. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we provide outreach, case management, connection to resources, healthcare navigation, legal services, TFA, which is temporary financial assistance, and shallow subsidy. Case management. SSVF takes a housing first approach. SSVF has case managers, which we call veteran advocates. They assist veterans in helping them obtain housing, connecting with other WPI programs, as well as outside programs like HUD-VASH, American Job Center, and DPHSS, among others. They are a support for our veterans to obtain and retain permanent housing. They also assist veterans in the process and try to support our veterans as much as possible in their search for housing. I'll have our healthcare navigation. The SSVF Healthcare Navigator will work with program participants on variety issues to assist them in identifying and overcoming challenges to assessing the healthcare system or adhering to recommended healthcare plans. The Healthcare Navigator will assist with the household with gaining access to healthcare, supporting healthcare plans by identifying barriers to care, providing education on wellness related topics. Veterans and their immediate families who are actively enrolled in SSVF have the option of utilizing HCN services. So the healthcare navigation is it's not only for veterans, as well as for their families, their spouse, their children, whoever's in the household where the veteran is and who is enrolled with the veteran is able to use our services for the healthcare navigation. SSVF also, we also have legal services to assist veterans with issues that interfere with the participant's ability to obtain or retain permanent housing. Examples of common issues faced by homeless or at-risk veterans include eviction, child support issues, assistance in obtaining SSI, SSDI benefits, and/or assistance with benefit claims. Landlord and tenant issues, which includes protecting tenants' rights, addressing housing code violations, protecting security deposits, and providing lease reviews, as well as obtaining a domestic violence restraining order or peace order. We also provide services for legal services, for obtaining a driver's license reinstatement issues, criminal records expunge, debt collection, which includes pursuing debt forgiveness and processing personal bankruptcies, as well as a discharge upgrade from their DD 214. Temporary financing assistance, TFA. We offer support to our veterans through temporary financial assistance, or TFA, forms of such as rental assistance, utility deposits, and security deposits, among other things. TFA is used to assist our veterans in overcoming the barriers that keep them from stable housing. Some examples of our barriers that our veterans may face include mental health, a lack of transportation, and a lack of social and financial support. Although our TFA is limited in what and how much we can provide, our case managers, veteran advocates go above and beyond to help our veterans obtain permanent housing. Within SSVF, we also have another program called the Shallow Subsidy, which provides 50% rental assistance to veteran households who are enrolled in the SSVF program. Rental assistance is at a fixed rate every month, regardless of changes in the veteran's household, income, or monthly rent amount. In addition, we also provide fixed monthly rental assistance that Shallow Subsidy services provide. Other needs-based payments may be provided as well, as we saw in the TFA. As well as Shallow Subsidy has its own case managers, and they offer light case management services to the veterans and families. Emergency Pantry. We have Emergency Pantry in SSVF. We provide veteran households currently enrolled in the program with emergency supplies to assist in housing stabilization. Supplies may include non-perishable food, hygiene products, household goods, and clothing items as needed upon availability. Our disbursement will be a 3-day supply for all verified household members, which includes food and hygiene items are limited to 1 disbursement per month. Household goods and clothing items are provided as needed. And WPI's emergency pantry is funded through our EFSP grant, which is Emergency Food and Shelter. So how do we apply for SSVF services? By contacting us. All of our staff here at SSVF are ready and able to assist any veteran or anyone interested in applying or wanting more information. Our staff will conduct pre-screening to provide an overview of SSVF program. Also complete an initial assessment of the individual's needs and review required documents. SSVF staff can also assist in document collection if needed. Or the third way, if the veteran walks into our doors in SSVF with documents in hand, we can provide already an eligibility screening appointment that day will be scheduled. The screening will formally assess if the individual is eligible for SSVF services. If eligible, enrollment the same day. If ineligible, we will find our best to refer and outsource the veteran to somewhere in the community that can provide their services, such as OHAP, Guam Relief Center, as well as like the Vet Center as well. The required documents as follows are proof of veteran status, DD 214, a VBA statement of service, a VA photo ID, as well as proof of housing status. For example, a notice to vacate, mayor's verification, agency referral. We also um, we are required to also obtain a proof of income. Examples are pay stubs, a VOE, a ward letter, could be from Social Security, Department of Veteran Affairs, disability, or a bank statement, as well as a photo ID for all adult household members, as well as Social Security cards for all household members, as well as birth certificates for all household members that is with the veteran enrolled in the program. Again, to connect with us, our email is as follows: Pacific Islands SSVF at westcare.com. Our telephone number is 671-472-0218. We are located at Suite 200, the Dome Building, the former Citibank, whichever everyone should know, in Hagåtña, Guam. And so that concludes my presentation. Now I open up the floor for any questions that you guys may have for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adam. That was a very informative presentation and straight to the point, easy to understand. Thank you. Right now, I don't see any questions in our YouTube Live or in the Q&A. I, however, had a question. You had
Sure.
shared about the shallow subsidy assistance.
Yes, yes.
How long does that, how long is that for? Is there a time
For two,
limit?
yes, there's a timeline for 2 years.
Up to 2 years?
Yes,
Okay.
up to two
And it's like
years. Yes,
as needed. Okay.
yes,
Thank you. Also, under legal assistance or legal, yeah, right? You said
yes.
legal. What is discharge upgrade?
So a discharge upgrade can of the veterans DD 214, we can upgrade the discharge of a veteran from a dishonorable discharge to a other than honorable as an OTH.
Okay,
So we can provide the veteran with services.
so they can get the services, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's good to know. If anybody has any questions or comments? You said you guys are in the dome building, that's the one next to Shell, right? In East
Yes,
Agana? Okay,
the old Citibank. Yes, ma'am.
okay. Well, Adam, I don't see any questions popping up right now. So we can actually end the webinar. If you had any last things to share.
Yeah, again, my name is Adam Polino. Again, I would like to say thank you. Puesto Dios, Todo Hamzu, Puesto Dios Maasi, Todo Hamzu, Para Tetzon Mizu, Zentempu Mizu. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you everybody for logging on and watching on our YouTube live as well. We hope to have another session next week, Tuesday. Keep an eye out on our socials for announcements regarding that. Thank you again, Adam, and